Welcome in. We are going to deep dive and dissect what is going on under the surface. And I always pull a card before I come into these readings. And the first card I pulled was Postponement. And I thought, look at the picture. What does that even mean? The question is, what are you waiting for? What are you expecting? Is it that, because that picture is starting to come into color. And so even though you think that something was pushed further out, it looks like it's coming in. And there really isn't anything being postponed, but it is happening in divine order. And the next card I pulled was Flowering. So I want you to know, Spirit wants you to know that there isn't any real postponement. It's really just a matter of allowing this picture to begin unfolding. It's, right, you are going on an adventure. Look at these, look at how much, so see how the color is coming in here? And then we've got the flowering, and then we've got this adventure. Something is opening up for you. And I always like to layer these cards, so I'm going to pull some more cards to go on top of what is this postponement. Death. I pulled the death card. So this is like your lower self and your higher self. You see that? It's the death of your lower self. And let's see what your higher self is doing. Your higher self. Look at that. Strength. So you are on this bridge, and there's a little bit of conflict between who you were and the embodiment of who you are becoming. And you're going on this adventure. Spirit is taking you on an adventure. And I tell you what, the second you accept that and step fully into that, miracles start to unfold. Justice. Look at that. In your adventure. You're getting everything that you ever wanted, but there's some attachment here. So I'm going to read the postponement so that we can get a little bit more intimate with this lower frequency, so we can understand and then shift into this higher frequency, into the flowering. That way you can just let it go, surrender to the timing. Divine is always right on time. If I go back into my past experiences where I was in a hurry or needed confirmation or validation and didn't receive it when I thought, and then did receive it when it was time, it just always made sense. It was always right on time. So the woman in the picture is living in a gray landscape full of unreal cut out clouds. Through the window frame, she can see colors and lights and aliveness. And although she would like to move through the frame, as we can see by the rainbow colors appearing in her garment, she can't quite manage to do so. There is still too much what ifs. Too much, okay. So I would say, of course, complete accountability tells me that you, right, I am holding myself back. You are holding yourself back. Tomorrow never comes, they say. But no matter how often it is said, it seems that most of us tend to forget the truth of it. In fact, the one and only result of postponing things is a dull and depressing feeling of incompletion and stuckness. Today, the relief and expansiveness you will feel once you put aside all the tithering thoughts that are preventing you from acting now will make you wonder why you waited so long. Wow, this is you. This is the death of your lower self holding you back, sabotaging yourself. It's time to step fully into your flowering. Postponement is simply stupid. This is like waiting for the right timing, waiting for the perfect timing is always going to sabotage you. So that's what I'm seeing here is there's like on the other side of you stepping into taking action, the flowering begins, you build strength, justice, everything you ever wanted starts to come true. Ah, wow. I'm having my own breakthroughs with this. Like we can postpone things on a very settled, it has to be the right time. It has to be the right time. There is never a right time. It's like when people decide they want to have a baby, they're like, I got to do this, and this, and this before I can have a baby, right? But the baby never comes at the right time on your timing. The baby always just comes and it's always the right time and it's always happens just so beautifully. And so you are getting ready to birth yourself in ways you've never birthed yourself before. Tomorrow you will have to decide. So why not today? Why not today? And do you think that tomorrow you will be wiser than today? Do you think that tomorrow you will be livelier than today? Do you think that tomorrow you will be younger than today, fresher than today? Tomorrow you will be older, your courage will be less. Tomorrow you will be more experienced, your cunningness will be more. Tomorrow death will come closer. You will start wavering and being more afraid. Never postpone for the tomorrow. And who knows? Tomorrow may come or may not come. If you have to decide, you have to decide right now. Dr. Vogel, the dentist, finished his examination on a pretty young patient, Miss Baseman. He said, I'm afraid I'm going to have to pull out your wisdom teeth. Oh my, exclaimed the girl. I'd rather have a baby. Well, said Dr. Vogel, could you make up your mind so that I can adjust the chair? Make up your mind. Don't go on postponing infinitely. And so this is your message. This is your confirmation. This is your stop postponing. You're ready to move forward. I'm looking at look at that action. You've got Mars motion. It's saying it's time to execute. Stop postponing. It is time to execute. I'm going to see. You're in the empty room with Eros. So they're saying the path is clear. The flowering is here. You're ready to step forward. You're ready to take action. There's nothing left to do before you do the thing that you know that you're ready to do. We're going to look at what might be blocking you. So surrender to inner peace, surrender to desire to control people, and surrender to non-action. This is really good. Okay. So Spirit is asking you to cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. Being over-controlling will sabotage everything around you. The more effectively you achieve your goals, you back off, you regroup, and give the situation breathing room. And surrender. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power and let others come to you. And I know that can be contradictory of what we just said. But what that means when it says non-action is it's reciprocity. Be in the stillness. Do what you do because that's what you're doing. Be messy. Be courageous. Be imperfect. Just broadcast yourself in a way that connects you to your intimate self. You're not trying to do anything here. All you're doing is building inner strength, and you're flowering. You're taking the bull by the horns. This is Aries energy. This is pure action, execution, fire, forward, future. There is no going back. There is no going back. Peace. I pulled another peace card. I'm unwavering in the face of fear. I come to my senses and embrace challenge. I am determined to think with gentleness and calm. I find inner silence and become a manifestation of peace. Well, if that isn't validation, I don't know what is. Okay. We're just going to take a deep breath. Whatever you're stepping into, the pathway is open. It's like the veil is thin. You can clearly see the next step. I think that the opposition here is that you potentially can't see the next step after the next step. And I think that may be what's blocking you and holding you back. So you just want to take the next step. As soon as you take the next step will open itself up to you. I think right now you may be holding on to the idea that you think that you need complete clarity before the next step or before you take this next step. So we're just going to open the pathway. I'm going to ask Spirit to show me what that next step looks like. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Bobby. I'm a Reiki practitioner, twin flame facilitator, and psychic medium. If you want to work with me personally, I have my link. All my links are in my bio. I got laziness. I feel like that's you. Spirit is saying, be the fool. Just be the fool. You're not trying to do anything. You're just hanging out, sharing. You're just hanging out and sharing. You're not in a hurry. The dream. The dream. So that synchronizes with adventure, the dream. Here, let me show you. So, postponement, and then we've got laziness here. But I would say that reminds me of the Fool. And then these are so synchronized. Flowering, sharing, and then we've got the dream and adventure. So these are very the same. This is like a great example of what mirroring and reflecting is. Like, this is you and this is what's reflecting. So he's about to walk down this adventure path and he's following the dream. He or she, masculine, feminine. And you are flowering, and the reflection of that is this beautiful queen. She's sharing her gifts, and you're flowering. And here's the reflection. It's like your inner subconscious and your outer, right? So right now you are going through a death. And then, so in the postponement, I often found on the other side of non-movement, once I got out of that non-movement, I found that that non-movement was actually vital to the next step. It's like when you don't feel good and you lay in bed for 2 or 3 days, and you feel like in those 2 or 3 days, you're like dreaming of all the things that you need to do and all the things. And then you get really clear on what needs to be done. The clutter clears out. The fog clears out in those 3 to 4 days that you're just lying there in bed because of, the paralysis, feeling of paralysis and not being able to get up and do the things that you need to do. But what it does is it settles the dust so that you can see clearly what needs to be done. All of a sudden, then one day you wake up and you feel good, you get your shower, your house gets clean, you wash your bedding, you get your chores done. Like, you just have this revitalizing energy. So remember, whenever you don't feel good, if you just allow yourself to be in that energy, you will begin to feel amazing. You'll begin to feel revitalized. But you're getting ready to step into a lot of action right now. We're going to look at your mind, body, and spirit. And then I will pull one last surrender card after this. Impatience, facade, and instinct. Impatience again. Okay, so facade and instinct. You need to rest. You let this reading marinate for a couple of days. It's really good to fast from information overload. I can tell you 5,000 times the right step, and that me telling you 5,000 times the right step can paralyze you. So it is important to drop down into that rest state, fast from overexposure to information, and then watch the fireworks come in. You're about to have a breakthrough. You no longer need to postpone. It's time to take action. The breakthrough is coming.